What up, Space Fam? Goes in here for AnimeUproar, and today I want to talk about the 4 Archangels and their powers. We already have a video about the 7 sins and their powers explained, and the 10 commandments and their powers explained, and you guys really enjoyed those, so I thought I'd add this one to the collection. The 4 Archangels are super relevant in the anime right now, so I thought it would be a good time for this video. If you like seeing 7 Deadly Sins content on this channel, make sure to smash that like button to let me know. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is very important, ring that notification bell so that you actually get notified when future videos come out. For more 7 Deadly Sins content and crucial updates about the new season, make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar. Leave suggestions for future videos you would like to see in the comments. Keep in mind, there will be manga spoilers ahead. You've been warned. Now without further ado, let's jump into it. The 4 Archangels are supposed to be the strongest members of the goddess clan aside from the supreme deity herself and arguably Elizabeth. They are definitely the strongest goddess team. They are the supreme deity's version of the Demon King's 10 commandments. Just as the Demon King has given a commandment to 10 specially selected warriors, so too has the Supreme Goddess given a grace to each of these 4 Archangels. We'll be looking at each one of these graces in this video. Although the commandments outnumbered the Archangels, according to the Archangel Tarmiel, each one of the 4 Archangels has about as much power as 2 of the commandments. Although in reality, some Archangels are much stronger than others, and we'll get into that later. So let's start with the 3-headed Tarmiel. Tarmiel, along with Sariel, used the move Omega Arc to kill countless demons at once. The move allows them to trap demons in large spheres of light, within which they are disintegrated by the light particles. Tarmiel can easily regenerate after having his whole body cut in half by Galand. Furthermore, when Galand tries to sneak up on him, Tarmiel is able to launch a light attack from one of his side heads that knocks Galand back. His other head sends Derriere back with a similar attack, while the main body charges up his stronger arc attack. Despite being outnumbered, Tarmiel and Sariel are able to hold their own against Monspeed, Derriere, Fraudrin, and Galand until Ludociel shows up to assist them. But then it's too uneven and Monspeed and Derriere are forced to awaken Endura mode to keep up. Tarmiel's specific grace is called Ocean. He can use it to become water himself. In this way, he can avoid damage from physical attacks, since it's just like the opponent is punching water. He can create giant spikes using water and impale his opponents. He can also create an ocean on the battlefield. In this way, he can potentially drown his opponent. This is truly some next level waterbending. This attack is especially effective when used in conjunction with Sariel's Grace Tornado. Together, they can create vortexes of water and wind that can tear opponents apart. When the 2 elements are combined, they also produce lightning. Their finishing move is called Enlil's Divine Retribution, and it creates a huge concentration of lightning bolts that can molecularize an opponent, aka make them disintegrate. This attack was supposed to finish off a powerful opponent like Estarossa, but he consumed yet another commandment and gained even more power. Tarmiel and Sariel are extremely powerful and are even able to force an Estarossa with 2 commandments and a power level of 88,000 to eat another commandment. Although they put up a good fight up to this point, they are no match for an Estarossa with 3 commandments. So next up is Sariel. Along with his powerful arc attacks, he has the grace called Tornado, as mentioned. We got a good sneak peek at him since he often teams up with Tarmiel, but let's take a closer look at him now. If the big Tarmiel is a waterbender, the small Sariel is an airbender, except his attacks seem to be much more destructive than a lot of Aang's attacks from Avatar: The Last Airbender. For instance, Sariel straight up cuts through people's bodies with his razor sharp wind attacks. He can even create a barrier around him of fast-moving wind that will cut anything that tries to get close to him. Although this doesn't stop Derriere from hitting him in the face with what's left of her arm. Not gonna lie, that was an epic moment. Sariel's attack, called Piercing Scythe Wind, creates a giant scythe out of wind that will cut straight through tough opponents. Obviously, as the name suggests, Sariel can also create especially destructive tornadoes that, as we saw, work well in conjunction with Tarmiel's Ocean Grace. Next, we have Ludociel and his Grace Flash. Ludociel is extremely strong. He's so fast that it often looks like he's teleporting rather than moving. Even in a human body, his power level is 201,000. Flash grants Ludociel super speed, think the Flash from DC Comics, except he can also fly. Even daytime Escanor cannot help but notice how fast Ludociel is in Margaret's body. Using Flash, Ludociel is able to cut off Escanor's shirt before the Sin of Pride can even respond. Ludociel can also shoot lasers of light that will effortlessly make holes in powerful demons like Galand. When Ludociel shows up to fight the commandments, he quickly overpowers Fraudrin, Galand, Derriere, and Monspeed, forcing the latter two to transform into Endura. Against Zeldris, Ludociel proves to be extremely fast and skilled with the sword. Zeldris has the fastest swordsmanship in all of the underworld, but Ludociel manages to outdo him. He gets 2 cuts on Zeldris, including a deeper one on his arm, while Zeldris just got 1 superficial cut on Ludociel. During this match, Ludociel uses the move Gold Shining. With this move, his Grace Flash allows him to produce a brilliant light that is supposed to burn his opponent, but Zeldris, with the Demon King's power, is not affected by it. Ludociel can even form a large sword of light to use in battle. Along with this, he can use the move Breath of Bless, which empowers a desired target. Usually used on humans, the target becomes brainwashed and will continue to fight for the goddesses with no regard for injuries or death. That's it for Ludociel and his powers in this video, but I may get into more specifics about his actual level of strength and how he'd fare against the other characters in a How Strong Is Ludociel video. Let me know if you'd like to see that video in the comments. Now we move on to the last, strongest, and most mysterious of the Archangels. I said there were manga spoilers in the beginning, mostly because this Archangel is at the center of one of the biggest secrets in the entire series. In the beginning, we are told that Mael was killed by Estarossa. Mael's grace was Sun. As Ludociel explains, his powers grew with the sun, and he boasted a strength that even Ludociel couldn't keep up with by the time noon drew near. As it turns out, that grace is the very same as Escanor's power Sunshine. It waited millennia to pick its new owner, Escanor. Of course, we eventually find out the truth, that Estarossa didn't actually kill Mael, he is Mael, and it was Gother who actually had a part to play in casting a giant genjutsu that tricked everybody. Mael eventually regains his memories, and he even regains his grace temporarily. For a brief period of time, Escanor lets Mael borrow Sunshine to help his friends, and then we get a glimpse of what Mael, the strongest Archangel, was able to do with his grace. Mael's awesome sun attack is called Greatest Sun. He shoots a giant sun at the extremely OP original demon, and that single attack defeats him. He was kicking everyone's butt up to this point, and Mael absolutely crushed him. He then fights Zeldris. His grace causes heat to be released from his body, and that heat alone melts Zeldris' sword. Mael creates energy discs at the ends of his hands and uses them to take out Zeldris. Sun is evidently the most powerful grace, especially at noon. It allows Escanor to enter the One mode and the Ultimate One, which we've seen recently in the manga. I still wish we got to see Mael's the One mode though, since in theory he should be able to access a similar OP form at noon. And that is it for today's video. All 4 Archangels and their powers explained. Let me know who your favorite Archangel is and why in the comments. Also, let me know what you think about the Supreme Deity. In the manga recently, we've been seeing a lot of the Demon King, but we still haven't seen the Supreme Deity. Do you think we're gonna see her before the story ends? And what do you think her original power is? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button to let me know. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is super important. Hit that notification bell, or else you won't know when new 7 Deadly Sins videos come out. For more 7 Deadly Sins content and crucial updates, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar. A big thank you goes out to our patrons over on Patreon who help make videos like this one possible. I especially want to thank our Pro Hero tier patrons, the one and only Gilgamesh, Baby Ray, Nothing But a Fan, Jason Wilson, King Zeldris, Fididala Beat, Anatoly Kazatsky, DJ Nathaniel, and Alpha Dio. And are the 1 tier patrons, the ones who stand atop all clans: Steven Ingrata, Alolan Autumn, Maddie Mac 239, Makoto Kun, and The World. If you enjoy our work, you can support more of it by going over to patreon.com/AnimeUproar and becoming a patron today for as little as $1. If you do so, you'll get your name featured in future videos alongside these amazing people right here, and you'll even get access to our private patron-only Discord. So check out patreon.com/AnimeUproar, link in the description if you're interested. You can also now join the YouTube channel and support more content that way if you prefer. Whichever way you choose to support us, you will get the same great benefits. Thanks for everything, and until next time, see you, Space Cowboys.